A couple of days ago, all signs pointed to Nebraska missing out on both of their two biggest recruiting targets, 5-star Michael Terry and 4-star edge rusher Dawson Merritt. However, in today's video, I have an update around that situation. We're going to go in detail about the smoke around both of these prospects and some inside info for both Terry and Merritt. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to answer the question, will Nebraska actually land both of these guys in a search for a top 10 recruiting class? So really quick, we have a jam-packed recruiting episode today. Make sure to smash that like button if you're getting fired up. And hey, hit that subscribe button as well. I'm posting a video every single day this summer talking Nebraska recruiting, Nebraska football, Nebraska rumors. So if you want to stay up to date with the Huskers or just want to help support me and hit 4K on this channel, please hit that sub button. But without further ado, let's get into why you're here, talking about Nebraska recruiting specifically with these two prospects, Dawson Merritt and Michael Terry. Let's just start it off with Dawson Merritt because that's where it all began. It all started on Saturday when Dawson Merritt posted on social media three shush emojis, basically hinting at the fact that a commitment is on the radar for Dawson Merritt, whether that's today, whether that's tomorrow, whether that's sometime this week. He will be committing to either Nebraska or Alabama, and that caused a lot of Nebraska fans to start to investigate, okay, what's going on? Is Nebraska actually going to land this guy, or is Alabama, who is the heavy favorite, going to take care of business? When they investigated the situation, they found that Dawson Merritt commented on Michael Terry's post from an hour before then, and he said, "Go Big Red?" ? We know that Dawson Merritt took a visit to Alabama a week ago, and all signs pointed to him committing to the Crimson Tide. He said that he loved his visit, that it was a family-like atmosphere. You know, there were a bunch of other 4-star and 5-star guys on campus who ended up committing that very weekend. So much so that Alabama fans were expecting him to commit this week, if not next week. Same thing with Alabama commits. They said the exact same thing. They thought Dawson Merritt was going to be a part of the program. But as we now know, Nebraska, they've been playing defense here. They got on a Zoom call with Dawson Merritt over the week. Matt Rhule, Tony White, Rob Dvorak. And they were basically saying to him, hey, we're going to answer any question you have, whether that's about NIL, whether that's about playing time, whether about what your role is going to be part of the team, right? We're going to try to figure this out so you feel comfortable committing to Nebraska. And it looks like that worked because Dawson Merritt has taken a complete 180. It seems like Nebraska is now back in the lead to get his talents. And I said in the video a couple days ago, despite the fact that Alabama is the betting favorite, I would not count Nebraska out because Nebraska has a better fan base. They have an NIL capacity that's only improving. They have Matt Rhule, who has a tight connection with Dawson Merritt's dad. And they have, once again, the best facilities in college football. Well, like I just mentioned, the best fan base in college football. It's pretty hard to beat that. So Dawson Merritt, man, it looks like Nebraska is back in it. They're back in the forefront. But how does this relate to Michael Terry? Because a lot of people are talking about Dawson Merritt, but they're not talking about Michael Terry and what's been going on there. Michael Terry took a visit to Texas last weekend. This weekend, he went to Aggieland to visit Texas A&M. Okay, but we should remember the fact that he said about a month ago that if he were to commit anywhere, if he had to decide right now, it would have been Nebraska. Those feelings do not go away. And the fact that Dawson Merritt is so close to committing to Nebraska, he's trying to peer recruit Michael Terry. And it looks like those two are a package deal. I say this all the time on the channel. Good players want to play with other good players. They want to play with other 5-stars. They want to play with other top 100 players. They want to play with 5-star quarterbacks like Dylan Raiola. Michael Terry wants to play with Dylan Raiola. He wants to play with Dawson Merritt on his defense. Okay. And it's that connection that Matt Rhule keeps talking about, right? Whether that's with the coaching staff, whether that's with the players. That is going to be the reason that Michael Terry decided to commit to Nebraska. So, again, a lot of people are jumping to conclusions that, oh, he's going to commit to Texas. Oh, he's going to commit to Texas A&M. A lot of times we hype up official visits afterwards. I'm going to ask you a question right now. Have you ever heard, after an official visit, a recruit saying, yeah, that visit sucked? That's never happened in the history of college football recruiting. They always say, oh, yeah, it was awesome. And then the fan base proceeds to get hyped up and there's a bunch of crystal balls. It doesn't actually mean anything. Okay, Michael Terry visited Nebraska, got a crystal ball to Nebraska, then visited Texas, got a crystal ball to Texas, right? You see what happens there? It doesn't actually mean anything. But what's different about Nebraska is actions speak louder than words. Okay? Look at what Matt Rhule is doing when it comes to his culture, when it comes to his coaching staff, when it comes to that tight-knit bond that he's built with Michael Terry, and the fact that Dawson Merritt's trying to peer recruit him as well. Yeah, it's looking good for Nebraska. So I'm getting fired up, guys. Expect a commitment from Dawson Merritt very soon, and then we're going to be on Michael Terry watch as well. But we're back in it, guys. It's not over. Just like I said in my video a couple days ago, Nebraska is going to keep fighting until they're knocked down for the last time. They're going to keep getting up and keep swinging punches. So, man, I'm getting fired up once again about Dawson Merritt and Michael Terry. Let me know down in the comment section below. Do you think we'll land one of them, both of them, none of them? And, of course, if you made this far in the video, hit that like button and subscribe. And as always, folks, go Big Red, go Matt Rhule, and see you in the next one.